So there's one place in London I've been wanting to visit ever since I saw it and has been a recurring location in my food dreams. Borough Market. A market with almost 1,000 years of history behind it. And more importantly to me at that moment, an unreasonable amount of food under one roof. Basically, exactly where the foodie in me wanted to be on an autumn weekend. We got the seafood paella, a prosecco spritzer, and of course the viral chocolate covered strawberries. There I was, standing in a British market, surrounded by food from just about everywhere. And honestly, I don't think there's a better way to spend an afternoon. London, I was starting to realize, isn't really made of just London. It's made of little pieces of everywhere else, brought here by the people who missed them. On the way back, we passed the monument, built to commemorate the Great Fire of London. And apparently, if you tipped the whole thing over eastward, the top would land exactly where the fire started, which is exactly the kind of completely unnecessary fact I will now remember forever. Right, here's another Airbnb tour nobody asked for. But hear me out, this one comes with some context. We'd moved to a different part of London so we could start looking for somewhere permanent to live, which meant life for the next few weeks looked a bit like living out of suitcases, taking trains across the city, viewing flats, grocery shopping in supermarkets we'd never been to, and having absolutely no idea where home was eventually going to be. We needed groceries for the week, so we went into M&S and promptly got distracted by all the Halloween snacks. I eventually pulled myself away before I got a sugar crash just from looking at all that candy. In the end, we bought some British chicken and potatoes and went back to the Airbnb and tried to make some Bengali chicken curry. And after the questionable egg and rice situation from last week, I dare say we were making progress.
London Underground by any reasonable.
We ended the day with what might genuinely have been one of the best biryanis I've had in London. And I had a feeling we'd be coming back for more. And surely over the past 2 years, this has become a comfort food place, and we often find ourselves ending up here. That night, we went out with a couple of friends to see the fireworks for Fawkes Night. Back home, this was the season. Durga Pujo and then Diwali right behind it. Weeks of crowded streets, dressing up, too much food, too many people, going from one pandal to another in unison. I remember sitting in the Airbnb and watching everything happen on a screen. Everyone I loved dressed up, having a lovely time, 5.5 hours ahead, and what felt like a million miles away. There were small pujos happening here, but I just couldn't make myself go there. Because somehow being in a room full of the exact thing I was missing, without any of the people, felt worse. Which means I somehow skipped a festival I'd known my entire life, and turned up for one I'd learnt about that afternoon. Somewhere between Halloween and Christmas, London apparently sees no problem at all skipping a month altogether. Like, hello, what happened to November? We had a flat viewing that afternoon. First, though, the important things breakfast. We treated ourselves to what can only be described as the most aggressively beige breakfast imaginable. back to our regularly scheduled programming of trying to find somewhere to live. So we went to see one of the flats we'd been hoping for. It was lovely. We didn't get it, which turned out to be the recurring theme for a little while. On the way back, I thought things were finally looking up because I met the very first cat in London and it promptly rejected me. And somehow that hurt more than the flat. I'd only ever experienced autumn through screens, in films and one of my favorite shows, and I'd always had a feeling it would be my season. Turns out I was absolutely right. The oranges, yellows, browns, and just enough green. The leaves everywhere that made me want to dramatically run through them in a smooth slow motion cinematic shot with my hair flowing and leaves constantly falling around me, defying all natural laws of physics, like I was in a scene from a Bollywood movie. So this week I got rejected twice. Once by a flat and once, much more painfully, by a cat. But I discovered Borough Market, found a biryani place future me still goes to, and survived my first holiday season away from home. Bought and ate an unreasonable amount of chocolate. So overall, I'd call it a pretty successful week.